welcome to Zoom Movie Review. Let's take a look at top recommendations of the week. Let's talk about the film The Diplomat. When silences speak louder than actions, John Abraham proves why he's the best in the business. The actor, known for pulling off absurd stunts with conviction, returns to his top from with The Diplomat. Uzma Ahmad Sadia Khatib, a 28-year-old Hindustani, rushes inside the Indian embassy in Pakistan seeking refuge, and JP Singh John Abraham, India's Deputy High Commissioner to Pakistan, takes her case under his wing. As he begins investigating the reason behind her visit to the neighboring country, harrowing facts about her relationship with Tahir Jagjit Sindhu, her husband, surface before him. John Abraham returns to his Madras cafe era and silent, rock solid and impactful. The Diplomat allows him to use his towering presence to build a strong foundation. He is not lifting helicopters or bikes, instead he shoulders a well-written character. Sadia Khatib, last seen in Raksha Bandhan, gets a breakthrough role in The Diplomat. She makes the most of it. This is her best work to date, and indeed she's a revelation and a star in the making. The Diplomat reintroduces John as the hero the audience loved. He should be making such script choices here on. For Sadia, many doors are about to open. Well, Zoom gives The Diplomat a 3.5-star rating. Well, now let's talk about My Melbourne. Human willpower and resilience can overcome every hurdle. My Melbourne is testament to that spirit. Each short film has a unique identity reflecting the beliefs, ideologies and faith deeply instilled in the hearts and minds of director Honor, Reema Das, Kabir Khan and Imtiaz Arif Ali. Tales of gender bias in politics, My Melbourne wraps socio-political stories in a protective shield. Instead of preaching, it gives hope and shows a ray of light even in adversities. My Melbourne is an anthology that does not sugarcoat reality. Every short film is intriguing, has a definite lens through which characters are sketched. Through niche, it's an important watch. Well, Zoom gives My Melbourne a 3-star rating. Well, now let's talk about In Galiyon Mein. In Galiyon Mein is a timely and engaging film that explores the influence of social media on relationships and societal norms. The film follows the intertwined lives of characters navigating a world where online personas often clash with real emotions. Javed Jafri delivers a nuanced performance, bringing depth to his role as a voice of wisdom in this ever-changing digital landscape. Vivan Shah impresses as a young man caught between virtual validation and real-life struggles, while Avantika Dasani shines with her layered portrayal of a woman grappling with the pressure of online perfection. The film highlights the emotional and psychological effects of social media, making viewers question how much of their lives are shaped by digital influence. Well, Zoom gives In Galiyon Mein a 3-star rating. Well, now moving on to Be Happy. Directed by Remo D'Souza, Be Happy is the story of a strong father-daughter bond that gets strengthened further after they both learn to live life to the fullest by taking part in a nationwide dance contest. Abhishek Bachchan is a single father, Shiv Rastogi, trying to raise his dreamy daughter Dhara, played by Inayat Verma. Dhara wants to attend Maggie Teacher's Top Dance Academy in Mumbai and go on the reality show India's Superstar Dancer. These dreams do come true, but at a price. The emotional family drama is quite predictable in how the story unfolds. The dance film is more about the journey than about the actual competition. Premiering on Amazon Prime on March 14, the typical dance feature is worth tuning into only for Abhishek and Inayat's genuine connection as father and daughter. They have an easygoing chemistry which feels believable and tender for the story it sets in. Well, Zoom gives Be Happy a 3-star rating. Well, now talking about The Wheel of Time Season 3. The Wheel of Time Season 3 on Amazon Prime Video elevates the series to new heights with a more complex narrative, deepened world building, and characters whose emotional journeys feel more nuanced than ever before. Picking up after the intense events of Season 2, the characters reunite and Tar Valon, each struggling with personal trauma and internal conflicts. Randall Thor, Josha Stradowski, embraces his destiny as the Dragon Reborn, but the weight of his power is a double-edged sword. Meanwhile, Egwene remains haunted by her past. Naive Zoe Robbins fights to overcome her block on the One Power, and Matt Donald Finn faces the aftermath of his heroic actions. Perrin Marcus Rutherford longs to return to the Two Rivers, and Elaine jiggles her royal duties and Aes Sedai ambitions. The season's emotional depth is matched by an escalating threat, the return of the Forsaken, Lanfear Natasha O'Keefe, and the chilling Mogdian add a new level of danger, making the stakes feel more personal. Costa's portrayal of Moghedin with her unnervingly calm demeanor, leaves a lasting impression as one of the series' most sinister characters. The Black Ajah, led by Leandrin, Kate Fleetwood, adds further layer of intrigue, blurring the lines between heroism and villainy. With its relentless pacing, Season 3 balances thrilling action with moments of introspection, and as the last battle draws near, the characters struggle with fate, destiny, and their roles in shaping the future are more compelling than ever. The Wheel of Time continues to push the boundaries of epic fantasy, proving that it's a powerhouse in its own right. Well, Zoom gives The Wheel of Time Season 3 4-star rating. Well, that's it for today. I hope you have selected your favorite recommendation of the week. And for more updates, stay tuned and keep watching Zoom.